Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flurf dreams.
Find a short one here. What the fuck's he on about here? Force vector. This was 10 months ago.
So as we should know by now, when we have motion and we're talking about buoyancy, we should be comprehending now that whatever direction that the force is going in, the liquids, the fluids within the accelerometer will show us the direction of said force, said acceleration. And you can always see that correlated by the direction that the air is orientated in relative to the water. The air will always be in front of the water in the direction of the motion. This is a proven fact, this is demonstrable physics that every single person can detect. As you can see here from William's little examples, you can...
That's not hard to explain, because obviously doing is obviously accelerating, so then all the force then where that's sitting there is going to go backwards. So you're going to have all the water being forced to the back here, and because it's being forced to the back, it's going to push the water to the front. And then, and that's only accelerating, because as soon as you did that, if you went up, let's say you went from here and you went up to like a fast walk, it accelerated and stopped, then this bubble would move this way, and then it would come back almost right away. Because what happens, the water all move back, and then it would settle, and then go, and then be moving at the same speed. So you got acceleration, it's accelerating at first, so all that water is being forced that way, and then it's if you kept going, then it would just settle, and then it would equalize and come back, and then it'd just be all the water, the cart, all of that would be in the same reference frame. And then according to the water bottle, it's not moving, but the cart is moving in reference to the ground. But the water bottle in reference to the cart is not moving. But acceleration, this is feeling the acceleration, the change from being stood still, from being 0 to speeding up to 2 miles per hour. It's all going like that, and then it would equalize up because they all become one reference frame. This is fucking not even that hard. I'm not even a freaking physicist, and I can freaking figure this shit out in 2 seconds.
Clearly detect and witness the direction of the force correlated by the air and the direction of its travel. So that should be known. You should comprehend that. This is demonstrable.
Look at that. See, you can see it start settling back.
As we move on to the next test, I'm going to leave it up to
Accelerate
you to decide
and watch
which direction the force is travelling in. Again, you should be asking yourself, where is the air correlated? Where is the direction of the air relative to the bottle and the water? Basic accelerometer showing you the detection of the force and the direction that the force is going in. Hope you're taking notes and making the correct guess as the video progresses. I'm just going to go quiet now and leave it to you to decide and discern which direction the force is going in.
You notice how they're not allowing it long enough to settle. Like they're doing their thing, and then they're moving right away. So they're keeping the acceleration, moving accelerate this way, moving accelerate that way, moving this way, changing vectors, so that way they can change, so they don't let it settle. Because they know as soon as it settles, it's going to go back to where it's going to come in reference to wherever it's on. Yeah, I know. 15 quid still could be used so much better. The fuck? Okay, what's he doing?
Hope you're keeping a score.
No. You can see he's spinning it around now. That's so fucking, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's okay.
It's that simple.
What the fuck? You just proved gravity. Big fucking deal. Yeah? Hold on. What the fuck was I supposed to have proved? That wasn't proving acceleration. That was proving fucking, like, gravity. Like, I thought he was gonna, like, try to show some fucking thing where it was, like, you know, he was, like, actually spinning it, like, around another way, but because he was spinning it, you thought, he was changing the camera at different points, but he was actually spinning, like, on a merry-go-round. You just had to fuck on there. That made no fucking sense. That was the most stupidest fucking thing I ever seen, and it proved absolutely nothing according to what he's trying to fucking prove. That was just stupid. That was just so fucking pointless. That was so pointless. Holy shit. What the most stupidest test, Dell? That was the most fucking stupidest test I ever seen that proved absolutely nothing of your fucking claim. I know you're trying to claim the Earth is fucking accelerating upwards, which is easily fucking falsified in so many fucking ways. For one, if the Earth is accelerating upwards at 9.8 meters per second squared, well, you'd be traveling faster than the speed of light before Christmas. If we started at 0 in January, by time before we hit Christmas, or just after Christmas probably, before the end of the year, we'd be going faster than the speed of fucking light, right? So instantly, then you'd have none of the stars, nothing would work. In fact, you'd see them all fade out. You'd never see anything. The sun wouldn't fucking work anymore. In other words, and we'd all be fucking stuck. We'd just all be stuck in a fucking time paradox. That's stupid. Another one is the fact we have different gravitational pulls at different places around the fucking world, which can be measured with really precise freaking accuracy using gravimeters and stuff like that, gravimeters. And in fact, there's certain places, like by Hudson's Bay, the measurements of gravity around a certain place. Like around Hudson's Bay, there's a certain area where it dips down in because of glaciers. The glaciers actually dug out a big chunk. And because of that, there's actually technically less mass in that area of Earth. And you go up there, I think it's just the southern part of Hudson's Bay into Ontario. It measures, you measurably can feel less gravity than if you go just a few kilometers either side or south. Then you have a higher gravitational pull because there's more mass, and because it's Canadian Shield and it's rock underneath there. Then you have different points depending on where you are in the Earth. Depending on the North Pole, you'll have one kind of gravitational pull and weight. Take exact same weight scales, go down to the equator, and you'll measure different. Case in point, Critical Think did this when it comes to the final experiment with the South Pole, and you can measurably detect a difference in weight, which is difference in gravitational pull, where they were when they went down to the Union Glacier compared to in Chile, compared to what you use in Australia. How is that working upwards accelerating Earth? It fucking doesn't. So there's so many different ways to simply prove that you cannot explain with your upward accelerating freaking flat pizza. So yeah, and that didn't fucking help you at all. It was stupid because he's trying to. Dell, I know what Dell is because I've seen the Critical Think, the Drug Debunk show, and they're claiming that the Earth is accelerating upwards at 9.8 meters per second squared. So fucking stupid. And that's why I wanted to get on there because I was going to fucking just start ripping into him. I probably would end up shouting at me and threatening to come beat me up. So, which would be funny. He looks like a big guy, but I take him.
Stuff like that's why people quit flat Earth, dude. You know? That's why people quit, dude.